Welcome to Creating Art with Jenny. This is my Sketchbook Share number 3. This is a Berman and Stillman and Burn, sketchbook. I love these books. They are just the right size. They have great paper, and I've ordered many of them through Amazon. Alright, you can see I always like to write inside my covers. This is still early on. This is 2016. It's Panther Beach in California. And I do like sometimes to go across the page. This is on 17 Mile Drive, the Lone Cypress. If you've been there, hopefully you can recognize it. Remembering I'm still at this time continuing to paint and visit my missions, and although this is not what I ended up, I don't take it from here to do my pictures, but it's always good when you're on site to do something to kind of get a feel for it. This is at Laguna Beach. This is one end. And then Laguna Beach again. It's a little cove neighborhood. It was such a beautiful little neighborhood that we got to do. And then I've talked about in my previous ones just, going through your day. This is a great way to just have fun in a sketchbook, is just to do a little, like a comic strip of, how does your day go? What time do you wake up? What do you do? Here I am, making my lunch, teaching school, saying goodbye, grading papers, and then back home. And so it kind of goes through my day. And these are fun things to do, and this is through Sketchbook School. And Sketchbook School is a school online that you can join, and they have lots of fun little things for you to do. This is using Tombow pens. If you've never used Tombow pens, those are really fun to do. This is the Hotel Los Gatos. And then here's some of my sister's chickens and their feathers. And then I actually did create a card. And this is actually a really fun selling card people buy. And I love it, and people seem to like it too, and they were eating watermelon, and I just decided to grab a picture and paint them. And then here's my husband. A little German immigrant house by my art teacher. There's my son, and he's in Loyola. This is the Mission Dolores, or San Francisco de Asís. And Fisherman's Wharf. That's always a great place to go, sit down and sketch. Lots of color, lots of colorful action going on in there. Farm to Table, one I did. The San Rafael Mission. Point Cabrillo Lighthouse, which is kind of up by Mendocino. And then the Albion River Campground. And this is a really fun place to go camping at. It's right on the coast. Visiting some friends there. And here's, of course, San Juan Capistrano. That is, I think, one of my favorite missions. It's really beautiful. And who doesn't love San Diego? There's the Capistrano Bells. And then the Carmel Mission is also beautiful. And then San Antonio De Padua. This is actually a really fun mission. It's out in the middle of nowhere, and I think maybe that's part of the reason I love it. Is not popular, but it's fantastic to visit because it's quiet. Crater Lake. And this paper, like I said, this is great paper because you can paint on both sides of it, and you cannot see. And that's what's fun about this, is that you can paint on both sides, and you really get a lot of use out of these books. I was in Bend, Oregon. And here was at the Rangers versus the Athletics in Oakland. My husband lives to go, and I was like, well, it's a good sketchbook opportunity, and that was actually really fun to do. And then I couldn't do the people very well, so I was like, I came home and I found all of these wonderful black and whites, little silhouettes, and so I cut them out, and then I just practiced painting them. So these were what I cut out, and then I practiced painting them, and I got a little better at it, but that was kind of fun to do because it's like, oh, that's what they look like. And people are always challenging for me, but this was a really great exercise for me to do. And then when I was, doing the missions, I also got interested in their cattle brands that they use. And here's the San Luis Obispo. Actually, this is I love this mission too. I love a lot of these missions. I mean, they are beautiful, but I love the white ones. That was a really pretty one. Their tiled roofs are so gorgeous. I love anything with black and white though. And then here, of course, is the bean and Chicago. And here's a little cruise I did with my son. And then this is in Italy, not Italy, but Italy in Chicago. And I sat there and copied all of the meats that they had. I sat there, I think I had a glass of wine, was doing that. It was really nice. And then here's all the cattle brands of the California missions. I decided to get into that. And then, of course, I have some things at the end from Mason County with Bill. So, Art and Fear, that's a really good book he told me to get that I really did like. And Bill always used to call it Caladadgumfornia, and because he did not like me. This was my art teacher. He did not like me being in California. He's like, you need to move back to Texas. And so he'd always say that, Caladadgumfornia. That's funny. But I love California, so I took it with a grain of salt, but I still love Texas. All right. Hope you enjoyed my sketchbook share. Thank you for watching.